Harris, it's Friday, April 10th. I'd like to say it's Happy Friday, but I think given the circumstances, we can just say that it's Friday. Given the extended closure that we're going to embark on, it does look like it's going to be a long time for us before we get back into the buildings, and unfortunately there's nothing we can do about it, but it is important to have you realize that all of the feelings and thoughts that you're having are valid. There's a sense of I look at it as if you were in a relationship with somebody and you thought the whole time everything was going well, and then the person just broke up with you and you were thinking, I don't know what was happening. I thought we were good. Was it me? Is it you? We don't know. There's just a lot of different things to sort out. And I think your feelings are valid. I think it's important for you to sort through those. I also think going into this weekend, a couple things need to happen. You should really just put your work down and focus on your family and focus on your own self, your own needs. And one thing to try to do is to avoid all of the negativity. There's a lot of negative biases coming out about schools being closed, and that's really hard for people to handle. And I would just ask that you try not to get wrapped up into that, because even though we are not going back to school, I think about it like this. If it was the summertime and you didn't hear from your kids for 10 or 11 weeks, if a parent reached out to one of us in the building and said that there was a need that they couldn't provide for their own child, we would still do the same thing and go to any length possible to provide those kids with those needs. This is nothing but an extension of that. I would encourage you to still continue to reach out to your kids. Your kids really want to see you. That connection, that face-to-face, that emotion that you see on the screen, that's still real. It's not in person, obviously, but it's still important. I would encourage you to continue to do that. Definitely at this time, given the news, you really need to please let us know who you're not hearing from. I already have a list of students that we haven't heard from. So teachers that have updated that sheet that Kara put together, thank you very much, because that's been extremely helpful. Keep updating that. That lets us know where we stand. There's a potential possibility that students next week, there could be a lot more that we don't hear from, and that's okay. You need to let us know and update that. Other than that, I would say have a good weekend. It is Easter, and take time to be with your family. Enjoy time by yourself, and thank you for everything that you've done and continue to do, because while the school year is over, it's really not, because the level of need could potentially increase, and this is where it really is our time to shine as educators, and I appreciate working and serving alongside of you. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves and each other.